Yo, Gamebro here, and this is my newest Let's Play. This is my first game on a Microsoft console, at last. Game Studios. The one and only Rare or Rareware. This game is Kameo Elements of Power. This is a 360 launch title. It was originally going to come out for the GameCube, but we all know what happened to Rare. It moved to the Xbox, and after delays upon delays, finally released on the next gen console. Glad this game didn't get cancelled. Now everyone says that Rareware was in its glory days during the N64 days. And of course, it had some great stuff during the SNES days. But I do think Rareware also came out with some gems after they got bought out by Microsoft. Like this game, for example. It's not amazing. It's not anything to die for. Gotta choose the device there. Of course, gotta do new quest. But it is a fine game. Definitely worth picking up. No, I'm not gonna call myself the main protagonist in this game. GamePro 522. That's what I'm sticking with. Whoops. Oh, my bad. But yeah, it took me long enough to game something on a Microsoft console. Done so with Nintendo multiple times. Many times. A few from Sega. A couple from Sony. Now time to pay respect from Microsoft. Now we shall be starting with the options here. I'm sticking with that. And score attack, I will probably not be showing that off. I mean, it is just basically replaying through level to get the best scores possible. Nothing really new to see here. Loading times.
High among the clouds, Kameo was bestowed with a fabled transformation magic. But her sister's jealousy released a dark shadow from our pasts, rekindling an ancient conflict between the trolls and the elves. With her family held prisoner, Kameo is their only hope.
I am their only hope, apparently.
Listen well, Kameo. Your power lets you transform into elemental warriors, and their abilities will help you reach the top of the castle and find your family. Your chiller for...
Oops, interruptions for the win. Not really. So yes, we're playing as the main heroine, Kameo. Hence the game's title. Nothing to see down here, it seems. Some help. Yes. Able to climb this ice in this form. So in this game, you play as Kameo and you can transform into multiple different creatures. This first one I'm playing is Chilla, as you saw. Its ability to climb is ice. I'm just saying the obvious now. Automatic saving, so I hope I won't mess up. It's time to start recording where I wish saving was manual, but anyways. Since a few days ago, I finally got my own 360. It's kind of a complicated story. Basically, my parents' place own a 360 since Christmas 2010. Then then about a couple years later, that one got stolen. A few months after, we got a second 360. A few months later, that one decided to stop working, getting red rings, not wings, and whatnot. So I trade that in for another 360 for about $100. And that one works much better, but still has problems. Plus, I kind of won my own 360. A few, including this one, obviously, that I've been wanting to record. So my parents got a fourth 360. Yes, and now I own the third one that, well, technically I got. The trade that went in from the second 360. But it's evidence that Microsoft isn't just not as reliable with consoles. I haven't had this problem with anything from Sega, Nintendo, or Sony. Get off me, you troll. Although those look more like orcs than trolls to me. So yes, here I am. I own a 360, and I've owned this game for a while, so I thought, why not? Defeat trolls, head to battle points, which is straight displayed at the top of the screen. Yes, one of those games where you can get tons and tons of points. Do not get careless at all. Or you'll fail to get anywhere near as much points as you could. Not even just necessarily just skipping enemies. Okay, but kind of explain the two forms. This one, you can go into short burst speeds. A bit like Sonic the Hedgehog, except, only for so long. And the other one, Pumbleweed, that is definitely one of my favorite forms. Even as I have all the forms near the end of the game, this still easily remains one of my favorites. It's a boxing plant. A ton of fun to use, but we do not need it as of now. What we do need, get onto the other side for the short speed. There are like a dozen forms to use in this game. Because it has a lot to work with, I think Microsoft has done a fine job with that. Indeed. A pretty good variety. Like there are a few of them that are kind of similar to each other in the sense that one may have like how there's one form that's like Major Ruin that's in a ball form. So there are a few that are kind of similar, but still, even then, they differ enough that I can say there is a good variety. Okay, and uppercut. Show off the jabbing and uppercut. So much fun to use. Just be sure to keep going back and forth with the left and right trigger, so you can really do combos. Can't really attack swiftly if you just simply press right or left trigger. No enemies under there. And here's some more tutorial stuff, basically what it is. Yes, the creeper. So, anyways, pow, 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 jab, uppercut. As for you, let's roll them. Do enough damage within a short burst of time, and you have the slow motion, a great way to get multipliers, a great way to get points. In fact, pretty much the only way to really get a ton of points. You have to be doing this a lot. A bit of an overkill. You'll be doing that a lot in this game. No real harm in it. Looks like that way isn't an option. The game says, no, you cannot pass. Anything with major ruin, you can stay midair. Left trigger to hop, right trigger to rush, but it already states that. And now we have those demonic creatures that would be a terrible idea if you use Pummelweed against. The street bar, top of the screen, drains using strongest abilities. Yes, keep an eye out for that, I guess. Although it's not too strict. Yes, do not fall. That would be bad. Now would it? So I have these enemies to take care of. And don't fall like I said. Like I almost did there. Not the most efficient way to get rid of these demonic creatures, but it is at least safe this way. Ram into you. Ramming does a lot more damage than, well, ramming with it on. One last time should do. Or not. That does it. Wasn't there another one? Now, because I have not been getting hit, my multiplier has been increasing bit by bit by bit. Gotta make sure to try to get as few hits as possible. Not just for you. Oops, I could just go up here. Silly me. Because with my recording software, on my TV, it's actually a little darker than what it shows on the Easy Grabber program, what you YouTubers will be seeing. Perhaps a bit of a lame excuse, but in truth, what I'm seeing on the TV is a little darker than what will eventually be uploaded. There's not much point in playing as her true form. Has this flip kick, can hover, like has a good enough sense of speed. Can kind of hover over things, but outside of like towns, you won't be able to. There's pretty much no point in just staying this human form. Yes, I have made that clear. Some heads up, this will not be a super long LP. Rare has definitely made some long games during the N64 era. This is definitely not one of their, well, by standards you expect on an Xbox 360, this is definitely not very long. It's reasonably long. It's not ridiculously short, but it's short enough that I thought I'd point it out that this is a bit short for a rare game. I guess. Time to knock these doofuses out. playing some pool or whatever. Excuse me. Gonna knock him out. If its allies won't get in the way. Oh, that didn't work either. Whoops, I did not mean to do that. Again, not a good idea to just change back to her actual form. And out you go. And out you go, although that is a bit of an awkward angle. Trying to send it into the lava, but that didn't work. Not very intimidating, just slightly annoying. Bit tricky. Brutal. I am so brutal. Jeez, I have used up a lot of magic, haven't I? There I go.